Saturday Showdown. Alma Life Esports versus D Plus Kia.
Is this going to be an Ezreal look here for Lazy Feel? Well, I say that.
Oh, wait.
Are we just
running
playing
it back?
what didn't work earlier today?
Running it back.
You think Rich and Yukal are going to swap?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think so, Valdez.
How it goes. DN Freaks up against DRX, game 1.
Yeah, crush on that girl. You're like, can you please install?
Can you please install this program? It's definitely not a virus.
It's definitely better than AOL Instant Messenger.
Or a red.
Rich might be more of a dead.
He's very dead.
Oh, no.
How did that happen?
Oh, no, no, no.
Snip. Which he does.
He walked back in. But the wave is in a bad spot. It's like really hard for him to farm.
3, 4.
No!
어디서 쳐?
No,
쳤어?
Rich! No! That's going to win you the game outright. Pioshik does have ult and flash, and they have Weaver's Wall, so I think they are definitely looking to fully commit to try to get the 3. At least 2 should be possible here. If Bulldog positions well, they just want to get this one without Smite. That's successful. So now they're guaranteed 2, and I think with the setup here with the Talia, they just cannot contest, so it should actually be the full 3.
Trying to take the crown of most passive team.
Redemption arc for Rich.
He's got an Alistair, and now we've got Needles. Do they have the damage? I'm not so sure. And Andal just going in now, but the flash comes out, and a little bit more from the chase, but you can see that Andal taking up so much damage, getting very close. Rich guy.
It's also
trust that he will.
The stat is also
continue
changing.
to work hard.
With every single item that gets purchased, like the gold value goes up.
Yeah. Well, Pioshik's here, and so is Bulldog, and we got a lot of Needles coming out. Looks like maybe they want to go for Andal. Not 100% sure what target they want to go for, and I don't think they know either. They're going to go for Andal eventually, and this ult will eventually run out as the concussive blows, but the knock-up on a 3 means they can't get the kill. They should have just procced it. Oh, no.
Come on. Let's have a play. So we'll watch Andal in this moment. It's the first knockup. Pulls out, no flash. I think I can live. And walks forward over here. Get out. 3-man knockup. It is.
It's kind of like that. Okay, wait. We're going to go for a kill here. Dudu in a bit of trouble. He does have Needles and flash and miss, but is it enough to get out? Are the resistances high enough? Yes, they are.
That's from the objective.
But look at the macro.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Yukal can TP in if they do decide to fight, which they're kind of thinking about it again. This is where team fights break down for DNF, though, in these types of tricky moments.
Yep, they're just going to pull the trigger. Will DRX. Root comes down on a both, and now the Cyclone has to come out just to get them out of there. But now they don't have any control of this dragon.
Disengage Cyclone, denying Valdez. Do you think Chronicler believes in blessings if he doesn't believe in curses?
Probably not. I'm not sure what Chronicler believes in, except a good cup of coffee and a visual novel.
Okay.
That's really all I know.
Well, off of this aggressive play, they are able to utilize the Herald, grab a turret, gold a little bit. Dudu looking for another turret down here. See if he gets punished. He does have flash this time, and will be able to miss the blast.
Now we have the Engage Hex Tech Gates coming in here, and yeah, that's going to be very nice. Dudu goes down, and I wonder if he still dies even if Andal's not there.
Yeah,
okay. Thank you, Sponge.
They got the pedal. There's a new ward in the bush. And bye-bye. So DNF were like, that's our cue. They pieced out. It's time for Otacon.
Sure.
Rich has TP, but he's just walking. And, I mean, are we just going to flip it? Andal
okay,
does
they know.
have ult.
They know, guys.
Yeah, they know.
Okay.
They are aware of it.
All right, they're just going to try to go for the turn, but Andal's the one engaging. That's onto a Braum. Not a lot of damage going there. Life able to get away, and now we got this massive culling. Andal going to be pushed away. Sponge half health. I think they just get it here, unless Rich somehow steals it. Oh, the flash in Sponge from miles away from downtown. Able to steal the Otacon, and that might just be the nail in the coffin on this fight. 2 kills go to DRX, and they get the objective. DNF up against the wall, up against a rock and hard place here.
Yeah, this one was a bit of a...
I guess, yeah, that is true. We're just going to get up against the wall, and Lazy Feel is not going to flash, so instead he's going to elect to die. Generally not the right call. and he will pay for it.
I think teams have really started to identify that in the farming mid lane, there where the AD carry goes after the laning phase, LazyField has been a little bit...
Let's do it. What?
If you had better turn, maybe you could go with this. This is Bulldog just going, I'm looking for Senna, I'm looking for Senna. Senna, and he misses the flash over the wall. Unfortunately, needed a flash before that. I don't know if we'll know, but...
Ox isn't here today, but he's here in spirit, so we need to know. The engage on the Bulldog, very nice flash away, and now the engage comes out from DNF, but Sponge is unkillable, so is Ondil. Gonna take them a while to get through this front line. Pioshik also has to flash. Now Dudu gets into that back line. Ondil finally goes down. As now we got some big needles on that front line. Rich has to flash away, and in comes Bulldog, but he doesn't have any mana, and they just TP away.
Ondil is dead, everybody's low health. Even with TP available for UCal, it's so hard to challenge. They are going to try to challenge anyways, as this is going to get wild.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to come in here, but can they actually get in? It's a double kill for the Chase already, and this time they pull the trigger on the Baron, and it's the absolutely worst call they could have done.
I mean, to come through, perhaps they weren't tracking the teleport timers. I think you could start the Baron there, but you certainly cannot try to finish it.
Well, Bulldog said to.
All right, well, members escape. It's enough for them to start Baron. And but they just didn't check.
Kablam!
Penta? All right, Rich, let's slow down a little bit. Let's focus on what they did not do that.
Okay.
Ondil has flash and he doesn't care.
He's gonna ult. He's gonna play it safe.
He cares a little bit.
Saw what happened to LazyField earlier. He's like, nah, I'm just gonna press my buttons. We're just going mid. Okay. I was like, where's that going? Yeah, just in the mid lane.
They want to guarantee the inhibitor, and they will. And there's only 30 seconds left. They could try to 5-man the bottom lane as well. And for DNF, they're just not really able to leave their base here. And the way this is split up here for DRX makes it very difficult for a flashless Wukong to actually find the angle that he's looking for.
Bit of damage on the Sponge, but that's Xin Zhao. They're all going to get in there with him, though, and try to burst him down. Heal comes out from the Senna, but Lucian, very good at dashing in.
Ending anyways, but still a bit of gold picked up. Pioshik.
Hide on bush, but actually not hiding at all. Doesn't have Realm Warp this time. He's just going to flash. Phase rush away.
I realize UCal generated a 4,000 gold lead, so he's also massively ahead. I don't know if the game will continue.
Bulldog, he lives. This time, rest of the team gonna try to engage Realm Warp. We got a nice angle here for UCal, but that is Gwen. So he's just gonna dash it off. Still, I like them being proactive, looking for plays.
Yeah.
He got inner turrets, he got center rise. And yeah, they're just gonna send it here. Tons of damage already. LazyField trades with it. Pioshik tries to go in, but there's not a lot of follow-up. Immediately just dies. UCal's got a arm guard here. He is going to stay alive, and they're just peeling. But we do have UCal hitting the floor. Nice knock up here from Ondil. And now Sponge trying to zone on the left side here. He's getting incredibly low, but really it's just Berserker they gotta worry about, and finally they put him down. And that should be the end of that. DRX win a big team fight in mid.
Yeah. Whenever Senna, to be fair, he tried his best, but they will crumble around him, and he will be the last to fall as DRX will take the win here in game number 1. They just kind of didn't expect DRX would show up, and they did. And you could see the Otacon bump where that happened, and then on the gold graph, and then you could see the even bigger bump when the Baron went over. And so the final pick here will be for the jungle. And with the lock-in of the Scion, the Trundle did come to mind. This is one of our better Trundle angles, I'd say, out of the ones we've seen so far, because some of them have been a little wonky. The comp here from DN Freaks feels like it's a draft where, in theory, you could, if you play really well, control all 3 lanes, and then get a tempo advantage that's hard to...
The R5 jungle Trundle. Let's see if Pioshik can pull it off here in game number 2.
And, you know, one of those soul drakes where they barely get the drake, but then, like, the enemy team just teleports into their open nexus and kills them. And we've seen that now. Bulldog?
Yeah, here we go. This is what I was talking about. So one thing you got to be careful this way.
Yeah. And now UCal can just do it again. And that's... There's no flash the second.
Yeah, he didn't even ult. Okay, we're just... Underneath the turret is Rich.
This is a bit of an awkward fight here for DNF. Okay, I think it's a wise choice to just back off this one. Ultimate available still. Quay is looking for a kill on the Scion.
I mean, he doesn't have ult, so maybe. But with the shields, okay, nice fear.
Passive.
Rich in a bit of trouble, I think. He's going the wrong way. The Trundle is also coming. And the only question is who gets the kill. It will be first blood to Bulldog on a Scion who was barely fighting back.
Like a javelin.
It has to be a skill shot because if it gets updated nowadays, everything's a skill shot.
Yeah.
This is real Ondil, just running forward and ulting them. And, you know, he's going to do a lot of damage. I don't know if he's getting away.
No.
Good effort there. I know you're Ondil, not
good
effort, but, like, good try.
I think really good reaction there from the DN Freaks. His resistance away hit that Scion really hard. And,
okay, we're going in. He did it this time on the Bulldog. And Bulldog has to flash away. And now we got a Pantheon coming up here. Yeah, not the right angle, but it's okay. He was there. He was helping out.
Didn't have the shield just yet. Okay, here we go. Here's an angle. Here's an angle for that
All right, we're getting some damage in. And that Nico comes over the top, though, and now Pyosik pretty tanky, though, and now the hostile takeover does so much, but this Ezreal is still alive and already has a double kill and is chasing them down with double buff.
And with no ult and no flash and no real item, I don't know if Bulldog should be around here, but he stays. Gets
The
slowed.
engage. It's okay, he was just showing him who's boss. And now we're going to have a root come down on Dudu, who is 100 to 0 almost immediately. And, oh, okay, well, there he goes. And now Lazyfield comes in and just massacres them alongside a Sponge, who picks up the triple. And they got the Rift Herald. DRX, they finally found a fight. Because he was pretty low and, like, Dudu went in, maybe trying to finish him off. But instead, yeah, wow, just ran straight into a pillar instead of the turret. Counterplay.
All right.
So that's why we picked the Trundle.
Okay, yeah, that's a small win. I think this is pretty safe. They have all those peel tools I mentioned.
That sounds like a caster curse, Wolf.
I mean,
is it DNF's angle back in the game?
who is going to engage? Who is going to get in there?
The pillar.
Not the Ambessa that's not there, right?
We're engaging on a Bulldog instead. We're just turning off of this one. The follow-up from Yukal was huge, and he's got an arm guard now. And he has his wall, and there's not much that Pyosik can do to him. That's a kill though to Berserker. He's bouncing around on the bottom side. He picks up another one. Wait a second here, DNF. They are winning this fight. Rich, he's got a lot of sticks in him, and it doesn't look like he's getting away either. That's going to be the DNF team fight win with a triple kill to Berserker.
Rich is buying a little bit of time here. Everyone's super low, but I think they should still be able to get this. They have Smite, they have the Ren for Berserker once that one comes back online, and Berserker once again on this Kalista that they picked red side for anything in that fight. And they did, in fact, win a fight. They're now only about 700 gold behind in this game, and they're looking for Soul Point. All right, maybe it's happening.
No,
maybe it's happening.
It's definitely winnable here for DNF. As, okay, just ulting in maybe the, I'm not sure. Little knock up here on a Pyosik. And now Andal's kind of in the front line. He's got to go into his clone. Ults.
It was pretty impressive.
Okay.
With that.
Yeah. That's okay. He's got his little turret there, too. And Pyosik's like, wait, I swear I do something. He's going to take a bunch of damage. Now he got the engage in. Although the hostile takeover immediately comes out.
Yeah, I don't know if they can
from going down.
I don't think they can fight anymore though, but it could have been way worse. As a good ult from Life at least buys them some space here, but now DRX have their eyes on the Baron. And some low health bars here for DNF make this a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
Rich is so tanky. It's Thornmail as well.
We don't have Subjugate either anymore. He used it before. And, I mean, the ult's going to come in. Ondil's a bit low, but now the Pantheon ult's way over the top. Sponge is going in, and he's going down. So he went in, he showed him who's boss, and then he died.
Well, it's not the first time in this one for poor Sponge, who's trying to find backline access, but became the taxi for the Ambessa, who just turned right onto him.
You know, their gold is in the right spot. Berserker getting pretty fed after that last fight, as Rich
Excellent
going to... bounce in the wrong direction. Might just be Chemtexol here. Sponge not able to get it. And a handshake on a UCal. Dudu going in. He's getting pretty low, though. Andil not able to hit much except Bulldog. And Dudu's actually totally fine. They don't have the damage to take him out. And UCal and LazyField just have to back away. Triple kill here for Dudu. As they also... Oh, my God.
I think it's happening, Valdez. The comeback might just be happening. 6,000 damage to Bulldog in the fight. And they're looking for Baron. And Chemtexol for this composition is so huge for this Kalista. Pretty good for the Trundle as well. And these kind of wonky skirmishes we're seeing. Great for the Ambessa. So difficult to kill as all those dashes, all those shields. And that is just going to be Baron.
Top turret, there's a big wave there. I don't know if they're going to look for that one or maybe just keep pushing here.
Look, we don't need to 1-3-1, okay? Just keep it simple, DNF. Keep it simple.
Yep.
I like 1-3-1, but maybe for DNF, let's just stick to the basics. 4-1. And get
maybe
this
just 5. Like 5. Everybody go in the same direction.
4-1's okay. Dudu over here, he's going to get this turret. They need the siege of this way to guarantee they can keep that pressure on. So I think if they went 1-3-1, you know, they might get that outer turret, but would not be able to get this inner. So just maximizing the more valuable gold here in this middle. Get it done. And because they're funneling resources through him into this turret, into what could be an inner turret take, this is correct from DNF.
All right, a little play on a Dudu here as the turret's going to go down eventually. He just flashes the wall. Objective bounty, actually, here for DRX.
That's crazy. Easily. DNF need to make sure they don't get too split here, though, because Sponge is lurking.
Okay.
That's not the ult he was looking for.
UCal's just alone here. There's a TP coming in, but, like, there's only 3 of you.
I mean, Rich is so far away from everybody now. And I don't know about this one, DRX.
Okay, but DNF didn't want to engage either. Now Bulldog's in a weird spot. Oh no, not Bulldog. He's gone for free. And Rich will be taken out, though. Take a look at Berserker on the left. He is still full health, and he's got on top of Andil here. The rest of the team fight up on the top side is going the way of DRX, but this Kalista is a problem. It might not matter, though, as the rest of the team is just gone. And Berserker, he is going to cleanse, but can he get away from 3 of them? I'm not so sure. He goes in. It was his only hope, but it's not going to be it. The Quadra comes through, and that will be the end of this game, potentially. DRX will look to push the bottom lane.
Yeah, Spun so many times, but when the fight got weird, they could not respond. That fight, I mean, it really did get weird.
Sponge, all he has to do is keep him out. He's doing the right thing. He keeps Bulldog away, can't clear the wave, can't help the turrets. Down goes the Nexus, and UCal is losing his mind. A big team fight at the end.
Well, UCal did have a very good game, and I think he probably deserves POM for this series. That's why I voted for him.
Yeah,
there's an argument for Rich. Maybe there's an argument for LazyField, but my money's on UCal in this one. LazyField did do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
UCal had some pretty clutch plays.
He is Ezreal in a long game, but at the same time, he did play very well. It's Andil.
Honestly, Andil's Alistar was pretty crazy. He did a lot of work in the first game, and after game 1, I did think, for the most part, I was like, wow, this Alistar was pretty insane. He did do a lot of the winning of fights on his Nico in game 2, but he did also ult nothing at some point, which made it hard for me to choose him. But, like, I don't think it's a bad vote. It's just not my vote. It's not my vote.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Dear for the POM interview translation, joined by Andil on the side of DRX. Congratulations! Thank you. With today's 2-0 victory, you have put an end to your losing streak. How do you feel? First of all, getting the victory feels great. And there are a lot of moments where our team wasn't able to figure things out, but I feel like we're able to close out today with a pretty satisfying victory. And so, we overheard you say, I played so well, that was legendary. So did you expect to get a POM? You know, I wasn't really thinking about that, but it makes me so happy that I was able to get a POM. Yeah, with your game 1 Alistar, you actually said that in the voice comm, we overheard you. So did you really not expect that? Yeah, I honestly didn't know. I didn't realize that I would get a POM until now. And it looks like you were playing Senna and Alistair, and with the buff Senna, how was playing alongside Lazy Feels Senna? You know, I think Senna is pretty good, and I think Lazy Feel was really just doing really well with Senna, so it felt really great laning with her. And in game 1, it looks like despite Jace getting solo killed by Gwen, you guys were able to recover from the CS and gold difference. So how was this possible? Yeah, Rich was actually getting solo killed, but I don't think that actually put us too behind. So I believe that the team just knew that we could come back pretty easily by just playing it out, so we weren't too concerned about that. And in game 2, Berserker's Callista got fed and made the game difficult for DRX. And was it that DRX thought that you could recover from giving Berserker his priority pick? I think we were just trying to counter that pick with Nico and play it out so that we could just kind of flip the game around. So we had a little bit of that confidence that we could win through the lane and the team fighting. Yeah, so you were able to pull off a lot of really crazy Nico plays in team fights. So was there any moment that you're really satisfied with? Yeah, I think the very last team fight when I was able to go into their way was really satisfying. And in the bot lane, Lazy Feels gameplay was pretty great overall today. So how are you working on your chemistry with Lazy Feel? You know, Lazy Feel, he's a really young player, and honestly, his personality is great. And I think it's really easy to work on our chemistry and just building it up over time. I believe that it can definitely get there. Anything you'd like to say to Lazy Feel? Thank you so much for playing so well and, you know, take care of me moving forward. And now that you've overcome your losing streak, you have to keep the momentum going for the rest of your matches. So would you like to say anything to your fans? You know, there are a lot of ups and downs and we showed a lot of bad showings, but moving forward, I hope that we can work even harder to bring you an even better performance and gameplay that makes you happy. And thank you so much for your support. And that's the end of the interview with Andel, and back to the space. Thank you.